are here at the Kobo stand today, live from the London Fair. My name is Marano. Live, we are with Camille Fedi, Community Life Hugh Howey, and we have the opportunity today to be sharing our time with the best-selling indie authors. They decided to team up, to join forces, and to come here to the London Book Fair, not only to promote themselves, but also to show other authors and readers what you can achieve with self-publishing. I think that you are definitely the best expression of what self-publishing can achieve. I think that it's not only about publishing high-quality books, but it's not only about selling millions and millions of copies. You have sold so far 15 million copies altogether, but I think it's about enjoying the publishing journey in a very social way. And I would like to start with you, Bella Andre, and with the question, how did you come up with this idea, about when, and could you give us and to our authors and readers background, about this great initiative?
Sure. So we've called ourselves the Indie Bestsellers. That's the name we've given ourselves because that's what we are. And some of us in the group have known each other for quite some time, for more than 10 years. Some of us have really just met in the last year. We've met online at independent writer chat groups. We've met because we are fans of each other's books. And what we realized is that all of us are really very like-minded when it comes to publishing. So what we decided was that, you know what? Let's all get together. We actually started at Book Expo America last year, and it went so well that we said, let's take it on the road. Let's go to London. So we have a booth, and we've been doing many, many presentations. We've been doing lots of meetings, and it's been fantastic.
So thank you, Bella. Barbara, to go on with this introduction, could you tell us what were your expectations coming here in London, right after doing the same kind of thing in New York for Book Expo America? And was it harder to organize because you were out of your home country?
Right. Sure. It was really fun when we went to Book Expo America because we had our first chance to really talk to people in the industry. And so when we decided we wanted to go abroad, that we wanted to kind of take our careers global, if you will. So coming to London actually provided us an opportunity to talk to all the European retailers, all the merchandisers that work overseas. So that helped us get a really good grasp of what was going on in the rest of the world. And I think it's important for writers to think globally, which is what our group has kind of gone in that direction. It wasn't at all difficult to do coming from America to London. Everything's done over email anyway. So, we may go on the road. Who knows where we'll show up next.
The hardest part is not bumping into people as you're walking through, because you want to walk on the right-hand side and everyone else wants to walk on the left-hand side.
I've been doing that for 2 days. So it's a fun.
The dance.
Yes.
So, coming to another market and all collectively, it's about, of course, networking and meeting other people. Among those people, you probably have been meeting your readers. And Liliana, I'd like to ask you, because I think you and Hugh had a meetup with some readers in a pub on Sunday. And here you had a book signing yesterday, all collectively. So how do you just interact with your readers in the UK?
I think that's meeting with readers and interacting with readers is probably the most important thing we do, other than writing the book. The readers are the reason that we're successful, and it's important to never forget that. I love meeting with readers. I'll do it every country I'm in, anytime I'm at a signing or any event. And I know he loves meeting with his readers, so we just decided to put the call out on Facebook and see who bit. And we had a nice meetup with several of our readers that came to see us and have a drink. So it's great times.
A nice way to engage with your readers over a beer.
Yes, absolutely. Give them a beer and then...
As a writer, you're desperate for an audience, and it might even be your spouse. You just wish they would read your work, or your parent. And so when you finally have readers, the ultimate celebration is to meet them in person and to find out what they do for a living and who they are. and what their interests are. How did you hear about the book? Tell me about you. And that's often where the hangouts go. We just learn about the people who come to the meetup and they're traveling the world, doing something interesting. Yeah, it's not really market research, but you really find out like who these invisible people are who are buying your books and sending you dollars through the ether.
For the drinking part, there is the Kobo party.
Looking forward to
Part of
that.
the promotion, on the package.
So we have a very well-located booth here in the digital square. It's called Indie Bestsellers, and you've been all busy all the time with many meetings. So Jasinda, could you tell us about the meetings you had so far and what were the most interesting? Did you have any unexpected encounters, or did you have any surprise?
I think the thing that's most surprising to me is that everybody wants to talk to us. I think there was such a stigma with self-publishing, and it's gone because everyone's excited about self-publishing. There's an energy. We had a talk, and there was just so many people that were just crowding around wanting to hear what we had to say about our success and about self-publishing. So the most exciting thing for me is that that's changing, and that people are excited now about the freedom that comes with self-publishing, and just being part of that, being part of this awesome thing that's happening, and it's just been cool to be around it.
And among all the people you've been meeting here, Candice, how have you been connecting with the indie authors community in the UK? Because they are also very well organized. We had the Alliance of Independent Authors for a talk, and they launched their book opening up to indie authors. So how do you react to this, and what's the next move?
Yeah, it's been very interesting in the booth how many authors have come by to talk to us about what we do and how we became successful. And we've done, I think, 4 collective presentations on what we do as writers and as self-publishers. So it's been really, really interesting to meet with people that are very successful and just starting. So we've got the different kinds of authors that we've talked to, and honestly, as an author too, I've met some fans here that I didn't expect. I mean, I came here to do the business, to do the global networking, but I've had several people that are fans of my books in the UK, which is really gratifying to have them to come and talk to us. But I think we've done a lot of networking with authors that has been really, really fascinating.
And now, Hugh, since you've been here in London, and we met a few months ago at Frankfurt Book Fair, and I think it was one of your first fairs in Europe. How do you see things evolving in Europe compared to what you experienced in the US? Do you think that, for example, European authors have benefited from all your experience, and what would you like to share with them?
Yeah, I think of the UK author a lot like myself, because I wasn't the first to do any of this stuff. I had people like Bella Andre and Joe Conrad, people who went ahead of me and knocked a lot of the barriers down. Amanda Hawking, who I think is probably an inspiration to all of us. There has to be someone who's the first, and it makes it a lot easier for the people who come behind. And what I've seen with talking to UK authors here and with publishers is they're much more open. There's still stigma, but it's a lot less than it seems like what we encountered in the US. And I hope that means the UK reader and the UK market is more accepting and more ready for the UK self-published author. And I do think that watching what's going on over the pond and seeing the excitement in the US and seeing us have some success eases that transition. And that's certainly how I feel as an author. I didn't have to blaze the trail by myself. I had people coming ahead of me.
Yes, I think you have been doing a really great job, and I've got a very basic philosophy, which is when doing something good, please keep doing it. So, Stephanie, that's the last question for you. What's your next move? What are you planning on in the future, in terms of planning together, promoting, and going to events like the London Fair?
No, I never want to see any of these people again. But we still have another day here. So tomorrow's probably going to be a busy day still at the London Book Fair. But then next we're going to the Book Expo America in New York at the end of May. So we're
basically going to just be getting home and turning around and going back to New York. So that'll be our next event. Look for us at Indie Bestsellers at BEA in May of 2014, and we're talking about maybe going to the Frankfurt Book Fair as well. So you'll see more of us.
So a lot of things going on. That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Liliana, Jasinda, Camille, of course, Barbara, Candice, Stephanie, and Bella. And you will find this interview on the KWR blog, and for extra content and pictures from the Kobo party tonight, please stay tuned.
Thank you. Thank you, Diego.
Thank you.